Hello, everyone. Nikki two times coming at you with another live stream. Sunday Fnday, episode number 71. And we got my man, PC Sports Cards, back in the house again. What's going on there, PC?
What is good, man?
As always, we're going to talk a lot of sports, Bart. We're going to show some pickups. I know you got some really good pickups, so I can't wait to see those. As always, it's Vagana for life. Don't forget about the Bobs.
Don't forget the Bobs.
We got in the chat J to the B, Jared Bolton. He's a Cowboys fan. That's okay. Paul Daves Jr., big resident Troll Swatter and Chiefs fan. We also got our friend Justin W. Smith, Big Sky Entertainment. You want to give him a shout out?
Big Sky Justin, what's going on? Glad to have you in. Hope you've had a great weekend. Hope you're ready for some fun, some Sunday Fnday tonight. But glad you're here, buddy.
We also have our friend in the house, Sith Lordly, coming at us from the Spine Ticks live channel. Why don't you give Sith the shout out as well?
Yo, Sith, my baseball bro, what is going on? He is celebrating his butt off over there in LA with the big Dodgers sweep of the Brewers. And I'm celebrating with him because my Cubs didn't make it, but the Brewers got swept. So good job, Dodgers. On to the World Series. Good to have you here, Sith.
We have my good friend in the house, even though he's a Cowboys fan. He's my special barbecue sauce guy down there in the South. Yo, Dean. What's going on, Dino? We also have in the house the commenting collector. Said, I knew the Eagles weren't going to lose 3 games in a row. Bart, are you familiar with the commenting collector?
I am. What's up, commenting collector? Welcome in. Glad you're here. Hope you're having a great weekend.
I just watched him earlier today. Had this awesome pickup. Gina Davis and her, from a league of her own, a league of their own.
Yes.
Signed, autographed, big, huge picture frame, Bart, and it is cool as hell. I happen to really like that movie.
Oh yeah,
solid movie.
Heck yeah.
I could watch that like at least once a week. I don't, but I could. And you see who's in chat now. Why don't you give our boy a shout out?
Justin, 3 good nerds, is in the house. He wants to know what he wins. He just wins the satisfaction and enjoyment of watching our 2 mugs live on Sunday Fnday. Plus, I know he did win a giveaway in Doogie's Dugout live stream today. So, I think he won an extra team spot. So, I know he got some cool cards there. But welcome in, Justin. Hope you're doing well.
Good to see you there, Justin. Before we go any further, as always, I'd like to give a big thank you to all the channel members that are out there. Jazambi, 2 balls are better than 1. Brittany, my man below there, Bart. Tex Carnage, as well as Small Town Rips, and Justin W. Smith as the Hall of Fame membership. Thank you to you as well. And then a big shout out and thank you to the Spine Ticks family, Sith Lordly, Unfair Spine and myself every Saturday night, 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific time, over there on Spine Ticks Live. We got a lot of sports action over the weekend, Bart. I know right now, tonight, Seattle Mariners are trying to close it down versus the Toronto Blue Jays, and we will certainly talk more about that. Willis, if you think so, you can come out of the closet with us. That'll be okay. You can't hurt my feelings, but thank you for being here and chiming in, Willis. All right. I got to write everybody's name down or else I will forget, because I might not be the word that Willis said, but I'm definitely a fogey, an old fogey, and can't remember everything. Only on Tuesdays, Dino, with you, my friend. Because I am your Philly cheesesteak. Alrighty. Hold on. I gotta get this music down. It's just too loud for me. All right. Is that good? Is that a good volume? Do you think, BC?
Yeah. Good on my end.
Don't want that shit too loud. Don't give them too much credit there, Sith, on those stinking Cowboys winning. Although I'll congratulate them too, because the Commanders were the team that were right below us. So, you did us a favor.
Oh, Jaden Daniels going out getting a third quarter didn't help matters.
You guys,
of course, he's my fan.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just going to say, because he's on my fantasy team, and if Swag were in here, he would say, nobody gives a shit about your fantasy team.
Absolutely. It's
oh my God, who the hell cares?
We got Scotty Hove. He wants to know who's out of the closet. He's chiming in from, I guess Dino sent him our way. So welcome in there, Scotty. Stick around. We're definitely going to talk sports. Football, that's usually pretty much in the second hour of the show, but we're going to get into NASCAR, the little soccer, baseball. I know that's the sweet spot for Bart. And we'll get into football in the second hour. Looks like we have a good crew going on tonight there, BC.
Yeah. Lively chat.
All right. I got 50 million buttons that I got to attend to and checking out the comments and stuff like that. I'm not going to really be able to pay attention to the game. So people in the chat are either going to have to shout it out, or you can let me know here and there.
Yeah.
I see Sith has already put up that the Blue Jays are winning 4-0.
Well, unless they just scored, because I thought it was 2-0. Hang on a second.
We're all not live then.
Oh no, I guess they just scored, because literally I looked at it 5 minutes ago and it was 2-0. Bottom of the third.
Paul Davies, he's always high, so he must be doing the gummies with like Dino.
Yeah, Barger homered, 2-run homer, bottom of the third. So they just scored 2 more on the Mariners. I think it's going to go to Game 7.
I think there's actually conspiracy when it comes to that. Like, how they always talk about the NFL having the script. I think right now you're seeing a little bit of a script with that, because everywhere I looked, they gave you Game 6 and a time for Game 7. And typically in the past, I've always seen, like Game 6 if necessary, Game 7 if necessary. There was no if necessary next to any of Game 7s. So that leads me to believe that the Blue Jays are definitely winning today for that Game 7.
They're following the script. I'm going to call it
Not to mention, MLB needs to recoup some of the money that they've lost by the Dodgers sweeping the Brewers and not getting any more television time out of that series.
Yeah.
So you know how this first hour is. I got to go over the sloshy stuff that I'm interested in. It was actually a pretty damn good day on NASCAR. I don't know if I asked you this. You watch NASCAR at all, or have you in the past?
Well, I know you like NASCAR, and I'm not one way or the other necessarily, but I have heard what NASCAR stands for. Have you ever heard this?
I think you actually said it before. What is it?
NASCAR stands for non-athletic sports centered around rednecks. Not my.
It's definitely, for the most part, in the past, it was definitely a good old boys sort of sport. But some of your top talent out there, like Jimmy Johnson winning 7 titles. He's a California boy. You got some Vegas guys and some California guys out there in the sport. So it's definitely evolved from your down south and whatnot. But
that's where a lot of your big races are.
The big race today was at Talladega Super Speedway,
Alabama.
There you go. It was the Yellowwood 500, and my favorite current driver won the race today. Chase Briscoe in the number 19 Bass Pro Shops. There's redneck. You don't get much more redneck than Bass Pro Shops, unless you put a Budweiser label on the side of the car. Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota. So just a quick clip of that. He's punched his way into the Final Four, which takes place in 2 weeks.
Paul says he's at the moment. The Hendrick teammates, what's happened? Look at this, Larson is out. Maybe out of gas. That leaves Wallace. Here comes Briscoe on the inside. Ty Gibbs has got a chance. Gilliland's got a chance. Tucked up on that low line. The Joe Gibbs Racing teammates with Bubba Wallace up high. They're in the shadows of the tri-oval. Briscoe, Wallace, Gibbs. Chase Briscoe's going to get his first win on a super speedway and lock his way into the championship 4.
Wow.
Byron spins through into the shadows. It's Briscoe's big time on the big track.
Solid big win for Chase Briscoe. So Paul does say he's a big NASCAR fan and a damn redneck, and proud of it. So, sometimes the way NASCAR goes, sports tends to be a geography thing, or can be a geography thing. Now, in your case, you're not. You live in an area where you don't have a lot of pro teams, so you have to kind of branch out and just choose, right?
Right.
So NASCAR, you kind of gravitate towards maybe a sponsor that you like, or a driver that dad liked. That's kind of how it goes. So for me, Chase Briscoe being my current favorite, because I was always a big Tony Stewart fan. Great driver. Hothead, but great driver. And when he retired, Chase Briscoe stepped up into his number 14 Office Depot car, and then since then has left from there and is with Joe Gibbs. So I like Chase Briscoe. He's there in the Final Four along with Denny Hamlin, who won last week, and then we got one more regular race to go, and then the final will be the following week after that.
I think you're getting playing it. What were you doing? The ping pong chat next? That's what they're saying. The ping pong's next. I like a good ping pong match.
Pokemon hockey. or soccer. Sorry, Paul. We're actually sorry. Soccer is the next topic that we have here, but I try to go through it as fast as possible. But we're now down end of the regular season, so I'm going to spend a little extra time on it. Let me we'll put this slide up here. This is how everything shaped out for the end of the season. So we're looking at what's going to happen is Chicago's going to play Orlando City in the wild card game, and the winner will play the Philadelphia Union. Then Cincinnati will play Columbus, Miami will play Nashville, and Charlotte will play New York FC. Then over here, you're looking at Portland and Real Salt Lake will play the wild card game, and the winner of that will play San Diego FC. Vancouver will play FC Dallas. LAFC will play Austin, and Minnesota will play Seattle. So now the way they work it, they have those wild card games, then they go into the first real round. The first round is actually a best of 3. So it'll be a home, away, home type series. And after that, it's just one and done.
Right.
Dino said something. It's gone to the dogs. See, I'd rather be a dog channel than a cat channel. If you're familiar with the cat channels that are out there, Dino. So I'm definitely more of a dog guy myself. One other slide for the Major League Soccer. Lionel Messi, the GOAT, finished off with 29 goals. Had 3 goals in the last game over the weekend. So he is going to be win that award for it's called the Golden Boot for having the most goals.
The Golden Boot.
The Golden Boot. We got new friends coming in as well. Moon over Miami. What's going on, Moon? Moon's likely hanging out at the job, chilling and watching us make his night go by a little bit faster. Then we also have our man, Vince, the sports card ripping teacher in the house. Why don't you give Vince a shout out there, Bart?
Yo, Vince, what's going on? Hope you're having a good Sunday. Looks like your Packers pulled one out against the lowly Cardinals, so that's good. I'm sure we'll talk more about that, but good to have you here. Hope you have a good week coming up at school, but glad you're here, buddy.
Hey, Vince also said to Dino that the Cowboys are still scoring points. Yeah, it did get kind of out of hand.
Well, they doubled them up, it looks like.
I know Sith watched that soccer game with Messi scoring the 3 goals. And Moon is saying, hit that like button. Yeah, I'd appreciate that. That would work for me too. Hey, your favorite segment of the night there, Bart, the EPL. That's the English Premier League. Arsenal on top with 19 points. Wolverhampton Wanderers, the Wolves, they're the low team with 2 points. Erling Haaland on top, scored 2 more goals. He's got 11 on the season. The closest guy has 6. He's on pace for 52 goals this year. He owns the record with 36 goals in a season, which he set back in the 2022-2023 season. So right now he's outpacing that by a large margin. Let's see if he can keep that up. And you got
to play it. You got to play it, right?
Of course I got to play it. Now, if he's not doing well, then I don't have to play it, or if they're on break like they were last week. But this goes out to Erling Haaland and his 11 goals. So good on him. We'll move right into the baseball talk. We're coming down to it, Bart. You know, I think, you know, you were pretty upset with the Cubbies losing and getting bounced, but, you know, some little semblance of redemption watching the Dodgers smack those Brewers around. So what are your thoughts?
Well, when the Brewers won that game against the Cubs, they were pretty classless, you know, holding up the L flag, doing all this and that. We talked about that last week. I'm like, you know, just be happy, but don't do that. So I lost even more respect for them, if I had any. But they just were. I mean, they didn't. I don't know if anybody could have hit the Dodgers pitching over that series because, I mean, Yamamoto pitched a complete game. You know, that never happens, especially in a playoff game. Typically, they'll pull the starter after 3 or 4 innings and just use bullpen most of the times. But you put him and then, oh, my gosh. And I know, you know, Ohtani, he's still got many, many years left. But if he keeps this pace, he may be the actual GOAT. I mean, he's on GOAT status right now. I mean, you pitch 6 innings, strike out 10, and as the pitcher, you hit 3 home runs. Of course, nobody's ever done that because nobody pitches and hit and plays the bats. So, just unbelievable. I don't know if anybody's going to beat them if their pitching stays like that. Doesn't matter who comes out of the other league. I think they're on to their second series title here in a week or two. So, I mean, I don't know what else to say. I mean, he literally beat the Brewers himself single-handedly, even though they were only solo shots. But, I mean, they scored 1 run late. But, I mean, he struck out 10. Some of those sweepers good Lord. I mean, his fastball's 100. He has like 6 or 7 other pitches. I don't know how you match up with that.
Yeah, to also go around and turn around and, you know, he was pretty much invisible in the series before with the Phillies, and to turn it around and be the man and be the guy that we all know he is, and then some, like. Totally exceeding expectations, having the 3 home runs in the pitching. And, you know, you kind of look at, okay, Babe Ruth, Ohtani. Babe Ruth was throwing 90 miles an hour back when he was pitching. Ohtani's throwing 100. You're talking Babe Ruth hitting home runs 350 yards, 380 yards or whatever back then, where Ohtani's hitting blast 425, 450 and whatnot. So, I mean, I forget about errors. We're certainly witnessing the greatest player probably of all time.
Well, I think even though it's
happy that I'm actually agreeing to that.
I mean, even though they play the same game, it's not necessarily apples to apples, but there's a lot of different factors between the 2 eras, but doesn't matter. You hit it over the fence, it's a home run. You know, and the thing about the Dodgers is Ohtani doesn't have to hit 3 home runs for them to win. Obviously, he didn't do much up until that game 4. Right? I mean, he didn't do too much.
Dean, have a wonderful night, my friend. Yo, Dean, take it easy, buddy.
See you, Dean. Have a good one, Dino.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I forgot what I was saying. Oh, old man syndrome. The Dodgers don't. I mean, they don't. They're kind of team. Their best player doesn't have to play out of this world for them to win. Clearly, I mean, they've got Blake Snell. They've got Yamamoto. They've got Ohtani who can pitch. I don't even know. Kershaw even pitched did he even pitch in the NLCS?
I have to admit I didn't watch all of
I don't
it.
know if he did or not. I know he didn't start any of the games, I don't think.
So I didn't watch too much of the series.
But I know Snell started one game. I think it was the first game of the series. Then Yamamoto, I think.
That guy's incredible too. Like,
yeah. And I'm not sure who the other pitcher was in the because they only played 4 games, but and then even with their offense, you got Betts, you got Hernandez, you got Freddie, you got Max Muncy even that can change games. So,
but other than Ohtani, what is the difference between this Dodgers team of this year and last year and the ones of the couple years past where they imploded when they got to the playoffs?
It's hard to say. I mean, baseball is so weird because it's very streaky. If you're, playing well and playing every day or most every day, and you're in the groove, it's just like that. And then when it's bad, it's bad. That's just the way it goes. You have winning streaks, you have losing streaks, somewhere in the middle. And I think they've hit the right stride because clearly they didn't even have the best record in the National League. So they're just on a hot streak. They're all playing well. And, we've seen series where, the team that should have won didn't. So I think it's just who's hot at the moment. And the Brewers came off, pretty tough series with the Cubs. They were up 2-0, but then they got down, they lost the second 2 and then had to win a clincher. And then, they had to go right into the NLCS. The Dodgers had already clinched. And so they just didn't have I'm not saying they didn't have the pitching, but they definitely didn't have the hitting. Even though the Brewers can score runs.
Could it also help that they go right into playing that those other years, that they were top team, they had the bye, had that time off. I mean, look at it even from the perspective of my team in Philadelphia, where, over these last 4 years, their best run to the World Series, they were the wild card team. Mm-hmm. And had to continue to play, and that was a year that the Dodgers and Braves both lost in their series with the time off. So, I mean, is it something where, it's not really an advantage to be the best team in the league?
I think a layover for a baseball team hurts the hitters the most because it's all about timing. Anybody can hit a 100-mile-an-hour fastball. It's all about timing. You just have to time it up. That's what I was always told when I was growing up. Yeah, it's fast, but as long as you time it up, if we're just talking about fastballs, but then you throw in all the other pitches too. But if your timing is just a little off and you got just a tad bit of rust, you're already down 2 games. So obviously the Dodgers had to play in the wild card, and the Brewers didn't. They got, they didn't have to play, and they had to go to 5 games. So I definitely think sometimes it's a disadvantage for a team to have, several day layover in baseball, for sure. I think it benefits the pitchers decently because they can rest their arms, but for hitters it's more critical, I think, with timing and such.
Well, I also don't like this layover too of just days between games where these guys grind out a whole season, and they either get one day off a week, or and then some weeks not even get a day off. To you get into playoff baseball and you're getting multiple days off throughout the week and traveling and this and that. It could be kind of brutal, but some teams know how to handle it. I know Sis said earlier about professionalism, so you got to be a professional and go through it, but it's hard. We got Paul over here saying he goes, "Let's go Cards." So I don't know if he's talking about team. I think he's talking about he wants to see Cards. I don't think he's talking about the Cardinals. But before we get into that, just as a reminder to everybody for baseball, right now Seattle and Toronto are playing. I don't know what the score is. Tomorrow night will be Game 7 if necessary. And the World Series, that begins on Friday. So stay tuned for that. Next week we'll talk World Series, the start of World Series, and by the following week, baseball will be done, Bart.
More than likely,
all the way until pitchers and catchers. What's that, like mid-March, beginning of March?
Oh no, pitchers and catchers report like the second week of February.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not that long of a turnaround. If you're talking after the World Series, so World Series ends up first of November, so then you got basically 3 months off. At least for the playoff teams, World Series teams. The rest of everybody else had an extra month off. So,
yeah, absolutely. But I mean, it's not quite like football where, it seems like, football's taken over the sporting world. Even in other countries now, you got games in other countries, but where, football, they talk football year round, even when the season's over. Oh, when's draft day? Who's going to draft who? This and that. And then it's a little bit crazy with football. There's never an ending time in football.
All right.
All right. So, Bart, I'm going to give you the floor first. I'd love to see some of your awesome pickups.
Okay. All right.
Let me see how I get you on screen. I forgot how to do this. There you go.
All righty. So I've just been getting pretty much doing singles here lately. I have done a little bit of Bowman Chrome. Nothing to write home about. It hasn't been that good, but did have a card show yesterday, and it was the last one for locally for me. They have one at my local mall. Starting like this year, they started in February, and they did one every other month. So those are okay. I've got a few guys that I deal with. One guy in particular, I'll take cards up there, and he'll buy some from me. We'll do a little trading, and then I'll pick a few things up. So let me take a look. I did pick up some very nice vintage. I've got so many stacks here. Let me see if I can find. I won't go through all of them. I'll hit the highlights. This guy, they've got like two big vintage guys. Actually, one of the vintage card sellers is he runs the show, and I didn't know that till yesterday. But picked up. He had the other vintage guy had a what he would call a low grade box, which they're pretty affordable. So we'll go through some of those. This one is the 74 Nolan Ryan, which not too bad there. It's actually in real good shape. And so I got that one. I think I got another Nolan. This one's off center, but it looks really good on the corners. That's the 77 Nolan, both in the Angels uniform. Let's see what else. This one was cool. This one is from 1967 Topps, and this one's not in bad shape either for how old it is. Whitey Ford, look at that. what did I say, 67? That's pretty cool. I didn't have a Whitey Ford card, so like that one a lot. Do what?
I like it.
Yeah. I kind of like the let me see here. Let me find I've picked up another 67 Yankees card. That's Elston Howard. He was a pretty good player for the Yankees back then, played with Mantle and all them. This one I found, and I think he was pretty good. And it's a rookie card. And Justin, if he's still here, he might need this for his set. Look at that. 1962 Ken Hubbs rookie card. So pretty cool on that. Of course, I try to get vintage Cubbies. And I've been getting into, let me see if I can find it. I'll show this one first. This one, I took this one out of the card holder or the top loader. It's the Jack Morris 78. And I don't know if you can see through that top loader. I'm telling you, that looks packed fresh and it's pretty centered. I just looked up PSA 10 of that and it goes for over $1,000.
Wow.
I think I saw one sale because I imagine the pop count on a PSA, and I'm not saying I'm going to grade it, but it looks like it just came out of a pack. So
Can
that
you throw
one's
that
pretty
back
cool.
up for a second?
Yeah. Here, I'll take it out of the. Look how clean. Look at that.
Because I definitely like those Cleveland Indians, and I like that Crooked C, Larry Anderson up in the corner. I love it.
Mm-hmm. Of course, I think didn't he pitch for the Phillies at some point in his career?
He's also one of the radio personalities.
Yeah.
LA's the man.
Yeah, I like the 78s. Last one of that of the one guy that I got these from, I'll show. This one was probably the most, but this play, and it's another Yankee. I am not a Yankees fan, but 1959 Yogi Berra. It's off center, but who the crap cares? Look at that. That's sick. His cards are, I mean, they're not cheap at all. And so I looked on eBay for some of his cards, and most of his cards are 40, 50, 60, 100, 200, whatever. I typically don't do too much of getting singles like that for that price. But so that's a lot of the vintage. Some of the vintage I got. The one guy that I do deal with and sell to and trade some, I have to show a couple, and I don't think Swag's in here, is he?
No.
Okay.
If he comes in at all, he usually shows up around 10 o'clock, so we can.
I got you.
We can show more later too.
I think I messaged Sith and told him I got a card, or maybe it was on the live last night. I mentioned it, but this is part of I sold cards, but then I traded some too for mine. Look at that.
Wow, that's sick. Color match.
That's from 24-25 Luca. I mean, that's a cool card. It's not numbered, but I mean,
that's sweet.
That's nice. That is nice.
I'm certainly not a Lakers fan, but I'm definitely a Luka fan.
Right. Couple PC cards.
We got a newcomer coming in. We got Christopher Works showing up in the house. What's going on there, Christopher Works? On his channel, you can see him do 3-pack Thursdays and some pack Sundays. Does a lot of mostly soccer and hockey, but then he gets into like your Magic the Gathering and such on his channel. What's going on there, Christopher? Continue, my friend.
This one's also, I'd never seen this card, and I think it's part of the regular set 2019 Top Series 2. And this one is one that Sith will like. It's an Angels team card, but it's got Japanese on it. If you can see that, can you see that?
Oh yeah,
I've never
that's cool.
seen this. I've never seen this card, but it's got obviously Otani and I guess that's Trout. That's cool.
Is that a regular Topps card or is that like a Topps International?
No. It says Series 2 on the back.
Oh, Series 2. Okay.
Or where I don't know what camera is right there. But yeah, it doesn't have the Japanese flag on it for Topps. I don't know if they were doing Topps Japan back then. This is 2019, but that one's really cool. Got
Justin's
a couple
upset that you're torturing him with the Luka cards, being in a Laker uniform and not the Mavericks.
Well, I mean, I got the card. Maybe not for myself. Maybe it's for somebody else. But it's a cool card, regardless, just because of the color match. And I like the purple in it. So anyway, sorry about that, Justin.
And we have one new guest in the house, Bart. We have my girl, Brittany. What's going on, Brittany? This is for you.
Hello, cutie pie.
Good to have you here, Brittany. Go ahead.
I'll do, let's see, a couple of PC cards for myself. Let me see here. I'll show two. This one is, I can't remember what this.
Send you some Schwarber cards in the Phillies uniform.
Do what now?
He's going to show you pictures of Schwarber in the Phillies uniform.
I'm good with that. I don't think the Cubs should have let him go, but I still like the guy. I've met him, and I think he's a good dude. I don't think he's one of those, guys that's, just a turd to his fans and such. But this one, I can't remember what the set name is. It's an exclusive Topps online store. Seiya Suzuki. I can't remember the name of the set, but they do like the black and white cards. I don't think they've released a set this year of these. I think this is from 2022 because that's his rookie year. Seiya Suzuki on that one, and then another Seiya Suzuki. This is from 2023. Chronicles Recon. Never seen this one before. Look at the number on that.
25. Wow.
4 of 25. That's just a sick card. He had a great year for the Cubbies. I think he's got another year left on his contract, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So last thing I'll show. Let me show two things. This was probably my biggest pick.
Show the two, and then you could show more later.
Okay. This one, I think maybe you saw in our text thread or whatever, but this was probably my biggest card, and it was included in the sell/trade of my friend there at the show. And this is not baseball; it is golf. A Leaf Gods of Sport, or whatever this is called, Bryson DeChambeau, and that is a 1 of 1.
Oh my God!
What is it called? Vibrance, Leaf Vibrance.
I believe, isn't he? I believe he's like easily top 5 player this year, and has definitely won his fair share of tournaments.
Right,
in 2020.
He has. Of course, he plays on the Live Tour. Of course, this is a production proof, so it doesn't have anything on the back, but it's definitely a 1 of 1. I looked it up. There's other 1 of 1s in it, like a different color scheme or whatever, but this is the crystal purple. But man, that's a sick card. And I didn't pay anything. I traded my cards for, all these pickups and some cash. So I did okay. Last thing is there was a new guy at the show, and he had quite a few cards. A lot of football, which I don't really do too much football. But he had other stuff. He had these frame posters and things. He had these plaques. And these were only $10 a piece. I had to get this one. That right there is slick.
That
It's
is
just a little
awesome.
player bio, but I had to get it because of the picture. That's the picture of him and like the scorecard, with the bat and the shoulder pads. That thing
That'll
is
go
freaking
great
awesome.
with the pickup that you just got in
Yes,
your givey win.
yes. And I won't reveal that yet because I'll probably reveal that either on this live stream or another live stream if I'm invited back. I'll show that at a later date. I don't have it yet, but
When you get that, and we'll keep that under wraps. Yeah, we'll keep that under wraps until that comes. But
because it's
that's
big.
So
Some of you guys,
couple new
yeah,
people
go ahead.
came in. Jan Flores is in the house. Sorry, Jan, that I didn't get you your wrench yet, but I will try to remember to get you a wrench. Of course, Brittany has come in. And also, my girl, Veronica, is in the house. Veronica, you can find her over there at Kristen's Crazy Crafty Life, 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 Kristen's Crazy Crafty. Woo! That's a lot of Kristen Crazy Crafty Lives. I lost count, but I love my girl Veronica. I love the support that she gives the channel here on Sunday as well as over there on Saturday nights on SpyTix Live. So thanks for being here, Veronica. Well, I'm just going to show a couple things. I showed last night. See, I don't have, I'm not a vintage guy. Do I want to become at least a little bit of a vintage guy? Maybe, kind of dip my toe into the water like I did with the TTM stuff and get some vintage. Yeah, sure. But I'm more modern. But I'm definitely into the PSA slabs and doing the PSA slabs. I was mentioning last night that, for the guys that I want, they're pretty expensive. Mm-hmm. I would love to have every Saquon Barkley under the sun card, but even just to grab one of his PSA 10s of last year, forget rookie. And in his Eagles uniform from last year, those cards are like a couple $100 in a PSA 10. I can't be spending that kind of money left and right. So I found that my guy Tyrese Maxey, who me personally I think is the true star of the Sixers, not Joel Embiid, because at least Maxey stays healthy and he's been an all-star himself. I think he got snubbed last year. So I'm just going to show the two new pickups that I showed last night, as well as my other Tyrese Maxey cards. So let me make myself a little bit big here. Yeah, PSA 10s is an expensive game there, Sith. But, I got to go into what I can do, what I can afford, do the hobby the best way I can. But we'll start off with this one. When you have, just like in football, when you have the Donruss product, you want to see that nice rated rookie there. So this is 2020 Donruss.
That's
then
nice.
You have 2020 Illusions. Just like they do for football as well. Same design. You'll see a theme here. A lot of these are just like the football counterparts. Then we got 2020 Panini Select. This is your orange shimmer.
Oh, that's nice. That's slick.
Yeah, this one, kind of pops.
Yeah, I love
And,
the select.
by the way, these almost all these were roughly the same price. I think this select was maybe like $5 to $10 more, but these are all right around in that like $25, $30 range, plus like $5 shipping or whatever. So,
Right.
I mean, you're getting most of these cards right at the price of grading. So I'm not
Can't beat it. Can't beat it at all.
This is a cool one. Panini Flux Pulsar.
Mm-hmm.
What I like about this is I've never actually opened up Flux product before, so it's cool that I to have that. Then you have the 2020 Chronicles. It just says Chronicles, but you know, this is Phoenix.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's nice.
Then this next one, this was the very first one I ever bought before I was even considering. I bought this way before I was even on PSA registry. My very first card show I ever went to. I picked this one up. This is a 2020 Mosaic Reactive Yellow. Your what the hell do they call it? It's not National Pride. Doesn't say it on the top, but I believe it says it's a National Pride.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have 2020 Orange Laser, Panini Donruss Orange Laser.
Mm-hmm. That's nice.
And last one is at a Panini Revolution, and I really like the way Revolution product looks.
Yes.
Especially some of your newer Revolution. You know, your base cards look like they're at least, you know, some glossy sort of insert. Yeah. Like I feel like getting something out of your money.
Yeah, they're foil cards.
Out of the last, so picking up those two, I moved from sixth in the registry to the fifth best collection of Tyrese Maxey cards, and that's not bad. Great. For I only have 8. I'm moving on up. It's fun, you know. It's not costing me too much. I'm spending like $40-$50 every 2 or 3 weeks, and I pretty much do that when I don't, you know, when I'm not buying other things. If I go a couple weeks and not having comics, or I don't see any good die cast, hey, I'll buy a slab or two and call it a week for my honey hole to show stuff on Saturdays as well. Brittany, I did other than that National Pride. I picked that up like probably 2 years ago, or like 2 years ago. 2 of them I picked up about 6 or 7 months ago, and then the other 6 or 7 I picked up recently in the past couple weeks. We got a couple new folks in here. One of your TTM bros, gonna give you the floor there. We got Adam's Card Closet in the house.
What is up, Adam's Card Closet? Glad you're here. I hope you're doing well. Know you're still getting your Chipper Jones Super Collector. Glad you're here, Adam. Welcome in.
Sith has updated us that Naylor has hit a bomb, so the score is 5-1 currently. We also now have in Mount Si Trading Cards, also better known as Kenyon Smith. He's Justin's son. Good to have you here, Kenyon. It's been a while. Appreciate you stopping by, Kenyon. What's going on? Sith has a hockey grail he's going to show us next week. I'm interested. I know Perchy is. Maybe not so much, but if it's a grail, I know you could appreciate.
Oh yeah.
being a card collector.
So I'll say this: you brought up Perch. I did watch his video of the new Series 1. Was it Upper Deck, I think? Upper Deck, Series 1, 25-26 NHL. And I'm telling you, those are some cool cards. And you know what? Even though I don't do hockey, I'm not gonna buy a hobby box, but I'm gonna get, when the blasters come out or whatever, I'll pick one up. I won't know I won't know most of the players probably, but I'll do it, make a video or something. There were just some cool inserts in there, and Upper Deck does a good job. They were cool.
Yeah, I like how they're more stingy with the rookie cards, and they're just the young guns, which I like. Those young guns tend to be more valuable. That's the cards that you're looking for.
Right.
We're going to get into hockey a little bit coming up here soon, but Demidov is apparently the big rookie that people are chasing. But right now there's about 4 or 5 rookies that are doing okay. Nobody's killing it just yet, but the season's young. We're talking we're only 5-6 games into the season. I don't think anybody's played more than 7 games at this point.
Sith said he's going to send me some Chicago soccer and hockey cards. Anything you send me, Sith, will be much appreciated. That's for sure.
Definitely the.
I know who Connor. I know who Connor. I actually. Huh?
Oh,
what were you saying?
No, go ahead.
When Bedard, so not this. Whatever year Bedard was a rookie, I actually bought a box of hockey cards trying to find a Connor Bedard. I think everybody did.
Of course, you had to.
Same with Victor Wembanyama, which I bought more than one box of Prism to try to find a Wemby, Prism refractor or something like that. I never pulled any Wemby out of the Prism. I pulled a couple base out of Hoops, but everybody was chasing Wemby back in 23, 24.
Yeah, I didn't have the regular Prism, but I got a Wemby out of the Prism Monopoly set. So
that's cool.
I have at least a couple base Wembys sitting around somewhere. And Bedard, I ended up actually spending, I don't know if I still have it sitting over here. I bought his, it's a rookie set. So it's just all cards you wouldn't find in the regular product, but it's just all centered around draft day and first day with a uniform on, this and that. But just like other sets, chances to get numbered cards and autograph cards. I didn't get any, but
Brittany said that she had a Wemby out of 10 gold. And it gemmed up. Is that what she's saying? That's awesome.
Guys. No, I don't remember you telling us, but that is super exciting to hear there, Brittany.
Would that be a Prism card or what? I don't know. Gold. Gold fireworks.
Brittany, you're gonna have to let us know what product that is. Gold fireworks.
Now, what she should do is she should come on the channel as a guest and show it live. Is what I think.
Now, I've been trying to get Brittany to come on the show because if you, I don't know if you follow Brittany over there on Instagram, but Brittany has so many cool cards that she shows on Instagram. Not really sports, although I know she's got some really cool sports stuff. But man, Brittany's got a great Instagram channel. She kind of stopped doing the YouTube thing, but she's definitely into the slabs too. She rocks those slabs for sure.
That's awesome. Real quick, I just want to say thank you to Jan Flores. Says he gave me a sub. I very much appreciate it, Jan. Thank you.
And I appreciate it as well, Jan, coming in and hanging out with us again. And, we like to have fun here, so we appreciate it, Jan. Our man Swag is now in the house. So if you got something else that you wanted to show now that Swag is here, I'll give you the floor back there, Bart.
Yeah, my man, Uncanny Swag, is in the house. He's out there in the great state of Colorado, and he's been watching his Broncos play. He's gearing up for the Denver Nuggets, and in honor of Swag and his team, because he's a homer, it's all about Denver, I had to pick up, look at that, the Magicians, Nikola Jokic, Donruss. Don't know if you have that one, Swag, but probably going to be in the mail to Colorado soon. I thought that was a cool card. I'm not sure if that's out of the regular Donruss set, which I think it is. Actually, it's out of a 24-25 regular Donruss, so very cool. He said, "Oh snap!"
And our girl Brittany is saying that she's finished up a lot of work, so she is definitely willing to come on in the near future. So we will certainly talk over on Instagram message and make something happen there, Brittany. Yeah, Brittany's got a ton of Marvel and Pokemon. She did say that she received the package of cards that I sent her out. Speaking of Pokemon, because I knew she'd like some of the Pokemon I had, so I gave her that. Plus, I know she likes some of those shiny cards, so I gave her some really cool, what I forgot what it was, basketball, red cracked ice. So every card was of red cracked ice. I gave her a bunch of those cool cards.
Hey, Nikki, have you checked out Sith's poll on his channel?
I have not voted on the poll yet, but yes, I have seen it. Kind of like would be a little distorted if I voted for it, because I could go in there and vote, put a vote in for all 4 channels that I have. But I got to tell you, when you talk, one of the choices is Nikki 2 times gonna ever leave the show because he's YouTube famous?
Mm-hmm.
I would love to be YouTube famous. I don't see it ever happening, but you know what? Like I do, think about in my head what would be pretty cool. I do enjoy watching on occasion. I don't watch it all the time, but I enjoy watching Pat McAfee and his band of crazy guys on his show. I would love to have a show similar to that, where it would be like, say, me, you, Swag, and Sith, with occasional other guests, and have like Percy in there, and Adam's Car Closet or such. But I would love to have a show similar to that. It's never going to happen, but
you never know.
And you can never say never,
Right.
Something you can end up having a one stream that goes absolutely crazy and viral, and then everybody wants to watch it. But I also want to give a shout out to my friend Retroholic Gamer. What's going on, Retroholic Gamer? Retro, he's been coming back. He was around.
Yeah.
Then he left for a little bit, and he's been back strong. He's been coming and hanging out with us on Saturday nights as well. So, Retroholic, we're glad to have you, buddy.
And Swag wants to remind everybody that no one cares about your fantasy team.
Oh, shoot. And that next segment is fantasy hockey.
Fantasy.
What the hell?
Yeah, you got to give us an update. Well, I think that's a little different. That's a family thing. So I think that's good. That's good family fantasy content.
All right, so I will show that real fast, but as a reminder too, basketball is coming down the pipe real soon here, and me with the family, we're going to be doing fantasy basketball as well for just the four of us. But here's the totals right now. GFS, that's my son Nicky NWE. That's him at the top. That's Go Flyers. Stickhead is his team. My son Ethan at Ethan's NBA Talk. That's Get the Frozen Biscuit in second. My team is actually No Balls, All Sticks in third, and my wife is still sitting on the bottom, but she's made a nice little bit of recoveries from the first week. I believe the name of her is The Fuck. So that's how we're looking at so
What's
far.
What's
it called? I think it's like The Fuck or something like that. Or the fuck.
Okay.
You really want to kind of sound it out. The fuck.
That's hilarious.
Zach's Sports Cards and Collectibles in the house. What's going on, Zach?
Oh, geez.
I don't know. I didn't watch any college football. I don't know if Zach's Georgia Bulldogs won this week. I know the Falcons are probably playing right now, so he's probably sitting back, has the Falcons on the TV, and sitting there and chiming in, hanging out with us a little bit too. So
yeah, he said he was watching the game.
Zach. Oh, he did say he's watching the game.
Yeah, the Dirty Birds, who are not winning right now.
They're in that weird thing where they're still. Why does this keep going off on me? Bear with me. Technical difficulties on my lighting situation here. Yeah, they had, in my opinion, a wonderful draft. Great two edge rushers to add to their team. They have next to Saquon, my favorite running back in the whole league, in Bijan Robinson. So they're moving in the right direction, but it's going to take some time. But I have confidence in them actually. Veronica says even though she likes me and Perchy, she's going to vote for one of us because she has confidence in. She feels one of us are going to be one of the two that are going to leave first. And Brittany refuses to participate because I guess if you participate, it makes it real. Now, it will definitely not happen anytime soon. We have way too much fun on Saturday nights, so you're going to get my ugly mug from here on out, as far as I know, on Saturdays. And this guy below, you'll see him making guest appearances here and there as well. So, BC, I wish I had a clip to show before we move on, but I'm going to have to give you the floor because I'm going to have to step away for a minute here.
Gotcha.
I don't have no 2-minute clips to hang in the air.
Well, hey, I'll show a couple other pickups. How about that?
Hold on. Yeah, that sounds good. Let me get you up there.
Sis says Nikki P break.
Sir, yeah. Just why don't you just tell the world that that's what I'm doing there, Sith?
That's gonna be his new YouTube channel, Nikki P break. Couple other ones I just that I didn't show earlier. that I thought were worth showing off. Two King Griffey Jr. cards. I saw this one. I'd never seen this card before. That is a 2019 Series 2 King Griffey Jr. short print. I thought that was such a cool card right there. Of course, Topps doesn't do the short prints anymore. They do the golden mirror image, which I wish they would do the short prints again because those were easily or not as hard to pull as the golden mirrors. And everybody in the Topps series now has a golden mirror image. So who wants a no-name golden mirror image? I mean, they're cool, but I don't know. I'd rather have a bigger player in a short print. But anyway, this next one is another King Griffey Jr. card, and it's 2019 as well. And this one's really cool. This is from the Silver Pack Mojos in the 84 design. King Griffey Jr. That's the black parallel. Trying to get the glare off of there. Sorry about that. That is a cool card right there. It's numbered to 199. Got that nice Mojo design on it. So like that one a whole lot. So a couple junior cards there. And then my Sideways Glory swag. And my son surprised me. He bought me a blaster box of Prism baseball. And so I didn't rip it on a video or anything. Actually, we ripped it together. And I pulled this card, and it's a 2025 Panini Prism, Tony Perez, green Pulsar. So Hall of Famer there, but look at the number on it. 22 out of 25. So that's sick. Not that it's worth hundreds of dollars or anything, but I mean, pulling a card to 25 is pretty cool. And hopefully Nikki didn't have to do more than a number one. So I'll keep going here. Oh, there he is.
I was letting you go. So Paul Daves is a new subscriber to your channel there, Bart.
Oh, thanks, Paul. I appreciate that, man. I tell you, I never thought I'd get to where I'm at, but here in the last 2 months, I'm around 780 something, and I'll get to like 785, then I'll lose 2 or 3, then I'll gain them back, then I'll lose them, and I just don't know what's going on. So trying to get to 800, but I'm just appreciative of anybody who is interested in listening to me talk, which is probably pretty boring, but I do my best. I haven't put up too much content here recently, but I'm not sure what my problem is this week. I just come off vacation, but I'll get some videos up.
Well, Bart,
soon.
I have to say that I love you, but I wouldn't have you on the show if you were boring, no matter how much I love you. So you're certainly not that. You're moving in the right direction. Hey, and it's all about community anyway. We're a bunch of bros having a good time. Couple good sisters in the chat as well. Paul, don't worry. Hockey won't be very long tonight. Once we get full swing in the season and soccer and baseball are over, then I'll definitely talk more hockey. But till then, it'll be a small segment of the show.
Before you go into that, no, wait a minute. I'll shout him out.
Go ahead.
Welcome in Brad at Doogie's Dugout. And he comes in here. I think he's got a wrench, but he's an actual troll because all he does is give me shit. And so he says my sticker is on the hat. Yes, it's on the hat. I do that on purpose. I like the sticker, Doogie, okay?
And those stickers have serial numbers on it too. So
yeah,
it tells you
it's authentic. It's got a sticker on there. You can look it up. It's an authentic Cubs All-Star hat from the All-Star game. There you go. Here, I'll pull it down where you don't see it, okay? Do you like it now? No, I keep the sticker on there on purpose because I like the sticker. It's not the price tag. It's the MLB officially licensed whatever.
I do that occasionally with a couple of my
Yeah.
hats as well. They don't stay
Now,
on
something-
the entire time, but when I first buy it, it's definitely it's on for a while.
These hats are cool because it's the All-Star. It has All-Star game thing on it. They were like 30, and I get the Flex Fit, and they were like $35. But the day after the All-Star break, they were half price. I got this hat for $18.
Oh, that's awesome. I believe this next year it's here in Philadelphia, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to double check that, but I believe All-Star games come this way. Yeah, see, you got to be very careful, Doogie. And Bart, you got to be very careful on who you call a troll, because Paul, when it comes to trolls, he's my right hand man, because he swats trolls.
If he needs to swat Doogie, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. And Doogie had a live today on his channel doing a break, and I didn't troll him. So like, next time he does, I'm definitely going to be a troll in his live stream.
I'll have to stop in too, just to, I don't know whether to officiate or gang up on him with you, but certainly, I definitely have to give Doogie some time and check out the breaks, even if it's just for moral support, hanging in there. But we also have another Paul in the channel. Paul's Trading Cards says, hey, what's going on there, Paul? Good to have you back. You're another one I got to try to remember to get a wrench to in the near future. Sith says, free the trolls. They are the best. We don't see them as much anymore. I don't know, something with the algorithm, but that's okay. That's okay. We still got a lot of cool people hanging out with us. We're having a blast. I kind of lost my train of thought of where I was going with all that. But yeah, just a little bit on hockey. I don't even think I have slides for hockey. Let me just double check.
Oh, you threw up the fantasy slides, but nothing about the.
So, the only thing I'll talk about with hockey to start us off with is in the Eastern Conference, the Red Wings are the top in the Atlantic Division with 10 points. In the Metropolitan Division, the Hurricanes are on top with 10 points. Over in your Western Conference, Central Division, Swag's Avalanche lead the way with 11 points. And in the Pacific Division, it's the Golden Knights with 10 points. And then speaking of the Golden Knights, Jack Eichel leads with 15 points, while Shane Pinto leads with 7 goals. Your best goalie in the league, Shesterkin for the New York Rangers, with a 1 goal against goals against average and a .962 save percentage. BC, that's some crazy stats of a 96%. Usually, a pretty decent goalie's 92, 93%. Anything below 9, you kind of suck at your job, I think. But the problem is, his team ain't scoring goals. They're not doing very well.
What was his name?
Shesterkin.
Bless you.
That's a great joke. I don't think I have. Wait a second. I don't think I have anything for that. Hold on.
Cool name.
Yeah, I don't have like a clap or anything like that. I don't have anything good for that. But that was a good one. Then speaking, we were talking earlier about rookies. You have Matthew Schaefer and Zeev Buum, if that's how you pronounce it. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. They both have 5 points right now. So think about it. 15 points is the top guy. They're down here with 5 points. And then you got 4 players tied with 4 points, including the Ivan Demidov for the Canadians, which is, the big chase in hockey this year. Last year it was kind of Mitchkoff for the Flyers. Lane Hudson ended up winning the Rookie of the Year. So as you went along, those are the guys you were looking for. But Macklin Celebrini was the big get last year, which I definitely pulled some nice Celebrini cards last year.
Right.
Swag, I haven't gone back yet to check for Series 1. If I have a chance, I'm going to go tomorrow. If not, I will go on Wednesday, and I'll be really pissed off if they don't have Series 1 in by Wednesday. Yeah, Bart, my LCS is behind while everybody else is already opening Series 1. My LCS is, I guess, backlogged and haven't gotten it yet.
Are you going to get a hobby, or are you just get?
Yeah, I'm going to get one hobby. Last year I did not, because I was just getting back into the hockey thing, based off of Sith and Perch's influence towards me. So I didn't do hockey last year until Series 2, which is because Mitchkoff and Celebrini were not in Series 1 anyway. So once Series 2 rolled around, I actually ended up buying 2 hobby boxes of that product.
Cool.
And I bought, or did I buy one? No, I'm sorry. I bought one and I bought 2 hobby boxes of the O-Pee-Chee, which is a considerably cheaper product. So that's kind of how it went for me last year. So I'll buy a hobby. I usually, when I do buy a hobby, I tend to then not buy any blasters after that. I might buy it. I might down the road buy a tin because the tins are pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like tins.
Let's see if I have them in arm's reach. Don't think I have them in arm's reach, but I have some really good. Oh, yeah, I do. Just got to move this one thing over. So this was the 2023-2024 hockey Series 110.
Is that's retail product, isn't it?
Yeah.
Cool.
A lot of Walmarts and Targets tend to then not have it, so you can't always find it in there. But my LCS will end up carrying this kind of stuff though too.
Yeah.
This is 2024-25 Series 2.
Mm-hmm.
And this might be the one and only last time you'll ever see me show Sidney Crosby on the channel. But there you go, Sith. Little Sid the Kid for you. I have another one somewhere. I have one other, but I'm not gonna start digging through everything to try to find it.
Right.
This is cool since you'll like this part. I got this. I think this was maybe 2 years ago. Topps Heritage. I think it was Topps Heritage.
Oh yeah. That's Archives.
Archives. Gotcha.
Yeah. That was the they did that. That's from 2023. 2024 they did the lunch boxes as well. They featured six different players. That series that year they only did 4. I have the Hank Aaron one of that lunchbox.
Gotcha.
Pretty cool. I do like those a lot.
We got a troll in here. Chiefs Kingdom. I remember I've seen Chiefs Kingdom before. It's been a while. Saying Nikki 2 shits. You know what? I'll throw it up there because I don't. Is it up there? Yeah, it's up there. Yeah, I don't stray away from the bullets. I'm like Superman and I take them head on there, Bart. So when the bullets come flying my way, you're never going to see me shy away from it.
Right. Doogie's correcting me. I think it's 4 players from this past year.
Yeah,
Okay,
no,
4.
that's what you ended up saying. You said 6 from the previous year or whatever,
Well,
previous years, and
I'm
4.
trying to think. I thought it was 6. I guess it was 4. I remember. I know why I said I ended up with 6 lunch boxes, but I had 2 players of the same. 2 of them. It was Cal Ripken, Ernie Banks, Aaron Judge, I think. I can't think of the other one. Anyway.
Oh, that was from this year?
Yeah, from 2024 archives.
Okay.
That released last
that year. It was what? Roberto Clemente, Hank Aaron. Was it Babe Ruth?
I think Babe Ruth had one. I can't remember.
Sis says we're solid on the nicknames. It's all good. We also got the Vagana and Bob's as well.
Well, if you wanted to clean up your nickname, it could be Nikki Two Turds.
Yeah,
right.
So
because the poop emoji could be anything, or it could be any slang of feces.
It doesn't have to be feces. Why does it have to be feces? It could be chocolate custard. I'm Nikki Two chocolate custards.
Oh man!
So I'm gonna have to pick that up because that's gonna be the next clip that I'm gonna have for short, because I haven't done one of those in a while. I'm actually gonna have to try to get that other clip back from our friend. I forgot what his name was. It was like Manny or something like that did the Vagana and Bob's.
That was hilarious. That has definitely stuck.
Oh, and Swag wants to remind us that all for Sith, that Raiders are a lifestyle. Yeah, it's definitely a lifestyle of losing is what you have there.
Right.
Chiefs Kingdom is telling me it's Nikki 2 inches. I think you're giving me a little bit too much credit there, Chiefs Kingdom. All I know is I have enough to work with, that I have 3 beautiful children out of it. So, hey, it doesn't matter how big it is, as long as it works.
It's all about how you use it, right?
Yeah, that kind of sounds weird though too, because that's usually what somebody with a small one would say, right? You don't have guys with big ones saying, it's all about how you use it.
Mm.
Paul wants to know from Sith if he actually watched his Raiders get punched in the face by the Chiefs.
We've gone off the rails here on Sunday Fnday.
We definitely have gone off the rails, but we're going good. Time is flying tonight because the chat is very lively this evening. The only NBA thing I'm going to bring up is, just as a reminder, is that the season does start on Tuesday. Rockets at Oklahoma City, and the Warriors are in LA to play the Lakers. Those are the first 2 games of the season, and that's all the NBA talk you'll get. Next week, I'll show you guys the first few days of fantasy basketball between me and the family. I'll probably, just because I'm a fan, we'll probably maybe do a little like Cooper Flag watch and how he's doing throughout the season. So where Wemby was the big catch in the past, Bart, I personally want to get as much Cooper Flag as I can possibly get my hands on, without breaking the bank, or just at least, ripping product. I'm going to open more basketball this year than I have in previous years.
Speaking of which, I told you I did open some basketball. Now, several years ago, course, I was more into it with John Moran. I think I discussed that last week. How that kind of just was the last straw for me. But now that Topps has the license, I'm very interested in how they're going to do this basketball, because Topps hasn't released a licensed basketball product in years. So, Panini, Panini's. I mean, it's what they are. Panini's Panini. So, what do you want to say about the price of it? Especially football, basketball. But man, they make some nice cards. Topps could go a long way in taking a page out of their playbook on some of the card designs and whatnot. Hopefully they'll do that, so we'll see. But I'm interested so I'll probably get some retail of the is it just one product they're doing? They're not doing two I guess it'd just be one product, right? Topps.
Yeah, it looks that
basketball.
way. Yeah, Topps.
I guess they would do that. Obviously, there's not enough players for 2 series, but
probably not as much of an interest to have a series 2.
Right.
Either. Like, you can have a good solid set of your top 3 to 5 players on each team and not go too crazy on a huge set out of that. I mean, 30 teams, 4 players have a 120 card set.
Well, they do all the throwbacks
and then all the inserts and stuff on top of that.
Inserts, and then retired players and stuff like that. So
Sith was said if only Topps was making NBA in '84 to have a MJ rookie in a Topps product. Yeah, that would be sick. Yeah, so Adam's saying all starters will be in it. So you're looking at 5.
Okay, so 5.
5. It is Topps. So right now, at least for this first season, it's going to look similar to the Topps baseball product from what I'm seeing. The design of the card is I don't think I have.
I haven't seen the design actually.
It's similar to the Topps baseball, the border design, and then they have instead of home field advantage, I think it's home court advantage.
That's cool.
Yeah, so that's going to be pretty neat. And then some similar inserts that you see in baseball, with just a little play on words or whatever, different names.
I guarantee you that a card like that in the basketball product, home court advantage, will be more valuable than what they are in baseball, because the ones in baseball, some of them you can get for $20 or less, depending on the player.
Yeah, it definitely. Well, this past year anyway, it got oversaturated. I think it wasn't as rare of a product. Peyton Dingus is coming in to tell me personally, but no, more importantly, you in chat to all remember, go Birds. We're still sticking around. We're still here there, Bart.
Yeah.
And Peyton, stick around, because we're definitely going to get into some football talk shortly. Right now, we're just kind of wrapping up talking a little bit about Topps basketball cards product coming out. Yeah, it's it's cool. You got football, even your downtowns in football, they're kind of being oversaturated. Then they came out with the uptowns, which kind of took the lure away from everything as well. But to have home court advantage, I think it'll be pretty cool to pull that. Open up a blaster. Next thing you know, you got a home court advantage of a Cooper Flag, or one of the other top stars. Pull like a Steph Curry or Shai Gilgeous-Alexander out of the home court advantage. That'd be sweet as hell.
Yeah. So Are they going to do it like they do baseball? Are they going to do blaster boxes, hanger boxes, fat packs?
I'm not fully sure because I didn't. Oh no, they're definitely going to have blasters. How the release works, I haven't looked into it far enough. In
Well, I'm sure they're
advance,
going to try to capitalize every way they can. So I don't know why they wouldn't.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
that's
just
what
know
they
at this
do.
point, they had the pre-order of it like 2 weeks ago, and it sold out almost immediately. I was not able to jump on it. I was at work. And they're already on the secondary market for twice the amount.
Oh yeah,
when you're talking
that's
about
same.
hobby
Yeah,
hot boxes, it's ridiculous.
Tops Update Baseball is the same way. You could have bought a hobby, a pre-order on Tops for like $90, and secondary market blowout cards is double that, 180 to $200 for pre-order. Absolutely ridiculous.
Hangers have bangers, according to Swag.
Yeah.
Swag over here acting like he's a card ripper, like we are, Bart, and ripping those hangers. You know what? They used to have bangers in those hangers, Swag. Not as much anymore, but I know Bart could attest to it more than I can because he opens a lot more hangers than I do.
Tell you, the Series 2 Tops Baseball fat packs had nice cards in them. I pulled a Shohei Ohtani K card out of a fat pack for $7. It's a $300 card.
I'd say that's pretty friggin' awesome. I'd say one of the nicest cards I ever pulled was in the first like 2 or 3 months of me getting back into the hobby. I picked up a discounted box of Donruss football from Walgreens for $17.99. And it went, it was a $30 box for $17.99. And I found in the box my one and only downtown ever, Chase Claypool. Not a big name, but I sent it out to grading. Came back. I can't even remember now if it was a 9 or a 10. Sold that thing for $215.
Okay.
So that was just a discounted blaster. Two years. I think it was like 21, 22. But this was in like 23. So it was like 2 years back or whatever.
Yeah.
All right, where are we on the road? So
well into hours.
You know what I forgot to do? And
I was going to tell you that.
I don't know if I could really do it now. Like normally we hit 10 o'clock and I go nuts at the top of the hour, but we've just been having so much fun. But we can, Bart, do I do it now or do I just give an extra second spin at the end of the night?
Yeah, you might just wait till the end now.
Yeah, we'll just wait till the end. But let's talk some football. Now, I know your team is like in the shitter, but I mean, can you handle talk? Can you handle talking some football? Can you handle?
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm over it. I'm cold to the. I'm numb to the idea of the Dolphins ever winning a game ever. Like I was telling you earlier, I think maybe they should just fold up the whole organization and just go to Cancun or something. I don't know, but they suck. But I'm over it. I just need a new team. And Brad, Doogie's Dugout, suggested I get on the Colts bandwagon. I said, thank you, but no, I can't be a Colts fan because they used to be in the.
And good night. So good night, Adam. You have a chipper evening yourself, my friend.
Good night, Adam. Take care.
We'll get into that in just a moment, Swag. But yeah, Colts, I mean, yeah, they are on fire. So if there's a team that you're going to bandwagon to, that would certainly be the team.
Yeah. No, I think I'm good.
As good as they're doing, they're not going to be the team that's going to win it. So you might want to hold off so that you could just have your heart broken again because they're not going to win it as good as they're doing. But real fast, just to go over scores, and then I will pull up some slides on records. Joe Flacco and the Bengals beat the Aaron Rodgers Steelers 33-31 on Thursday Night Football. And gunslingers out there, Bart. Old school football. You have your gunslingers out there. Good game.
Yeah.
Did you get to watch any of that game?
No, I didn't, but I heard that they both had to use their walkers to get out on the field, to put on the offense. But it was a shootout, definitely. And, unbelievably without Joe, I mean, they're 3-4, so I'd have to look at the standings, but I mean, they're not out of it. No, I'm talking about the Bengals anyway.
You're talking about a division where the Ravens have totally imploded.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So that division is certainly wide open. And with them beating the Bengals, it's definitely more wide open than it was.
Right.
Rams took care of business today, 35-7 over the Jaguars. I'm guessing either the Rams are that good or the Jaguars are more pretenders than contenders at this point. It's hard to tell because they're up and down every week. My Eagles, again, not so pretty. That's how they kind of win games, 28-22 victory. But I mean, the best part was that Jalen Hurts did air the ball out quite a few times. We're still trying to figure out. I don't know what's going on. Saquon Barkley rushing for over 2,000 yards last year. They can't get nothing going on the running game whatsoever. But it was good to see Hurts air the ball out to Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown today. Patriots with a big win, 31-13 over the Titans. Panthers.
That's not really a big win.
Yeah, I mean, for the Patriots, it is.
Oh, they're 5-2
not
though.
By beating the Titans, but them they're hanging in there. They're right on the Bills' ass. I'll have to.
I think they're. I'm pretty sure they're in first.
Yeah, they might be. I'll have to look at the when we get
actually
to the
they're
slide.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. Getting ahead of
it's
you.
Okay. When we get to the slide, we'll review that. Dolphins big loss today, 31-6 to the Browns. And
I'm gonna start wearing a bag over my head.
People do talk shit on the Dolphins and how bad they are. However, it's always nice to know that you have the New York freaking crappy Jets losing again 6-13 to the Panthers. They're 0-7, Bart. So
yeah, you got the two of the worst teams in the same division.
Saints, another loss for them as well. They're not so hot either. 14-26 for the Bears. Hey, you know what? The Bears are not looking that bad.
Right.
I mean, they're beating up some bad teams out there, but hey, you got to play the schedule that you got. And surprisingly, the Bears have actually been pretty decent so far this year.
They've got a solid defense, though. So that helps.
And I have to tell you, I was always saying last year how much I hate Caleb Williams and how cocky he is, and he hasn't done shit in the NFL to warrant his cockiness. But he's been pretty decent this year, and he hasn't been as loud. I think he's matured a little bit more since last year. So, good for him and good for the Bears. Chiefs, we got a couple Chiefs fans in the chat. It looks like Paul's still here. 31-0 over the Raiders. I actually happen to like the Raiders myself. It's not a lifestyle for me, but I have always liked the Raiders. Was always a big Bo Jackson fan back in the day. But hey, the Raiders need something. I can't even explain the Raiders. They need a whole new ownership group. I mean, they have the stadium. They have that. That's like the only thing that they have going for them. They're in Vegas. They have an unbelievable stadium, but a horrible team, horrible ownership. That's all I have to say about that.
Nick, I got to go off cam for just a second. You continue. I'll be right back.
All right, sounds good, my friend. So, moving on, Colts. We were just talking about it, how the Colts are 38-24 over the Chargers. Sith's one of Sith's other teams, the Chargers. I don't know what's going on, Sith. I can't explain the Chargers. I have to tell you, Justin Herbert had a hell of a freaking fantasy point day and helped me. Hopefully, it looks like I'm going to secure the win on the week for my fantasy team. But, man, I thought more highly of the Chargers, and they're not proving shit. Yeah, the Chargers suck too. Veronica, thanks for participating on the sports talk. I appreciate it, Veronica. Giants, I thought I was going to have some smack talk on my man Uncanny Swag about, his team losing to the Giants as well. But somehow Mr. Bo Nix and the Broncos pull it out the win 33-32 over the New York stinking Giants. Which, by the way, we're playing the Giants again. So I think that'll be I hate saying that it's going to be a test for the Eagles, but that's going to be a true test for the Eagles if they have figured it out after this week, going and having to play the Giants again. Packers, they were losing too, and I know Vince is long gone and asleep by now, but the Packers, they were losing that game. They ended up beating the Cardinals 27-23. And to the dismay of Commander fans and my buddy Scary Terry Cards, who might stop by after the show and watch a little bit of the replay, his team lost 22-44. Cowboys with the win. My shout out to Jared Bolton and Dino on their Cowboys. Right now we have the Falcons 49ers playing. I'd like to have an update if Sith wants to put that into the chat, or somebody else wants to put that in the chat. That's Sith's third team, the 49ers, or second of three teams, I think is the order. Yeah, Paul Daves, I don't like the Packers myself either. Monday Night Football, you got two games for Monday Night Football. That's the Buccaneers versus the Lions, and then you have the Texans over playing the Seahawks. The Bills and Ravens, they both had a bye this week and sat out. So not counting those games, let's take a quick peek at these divisions. We'll start off here with the AFC. So Patriots are indeed in first place, 5-2, with the Bills having a bye. Dolphins and Jets very far behind. Steelers 4-2, Bengals 3-4. Ravens, don't think they have time to come back. They're washed up. Colts with a nice solid 6 wins, 1 loss. Aforementioned Jacksonville Jaguars would have lost today, bringing them down to 4-3. So they're back and forth. Don't know, thinking they're kind of maybe pretenders and not contenders. Texans, my pick to win that division, are only 2-3 at this point. Broncos with their win brings their total to 5-2, leading that division. But the Chargers and Chiefs hanging strong, and Chiefs have figured out their woes from earlier this season. And then the Raiders bringing up the rear. On to the NFC. My Eagles sitting first, 5-2. Got off the schneid. Was not going to lose 3 in a row. Cowboys at 3-3-1, and Commanders now at 3-4. Packers leading NFC North, but with a win for the Lions, if they can somehow beat the Buccaneers, can reclaim top spot in the North. Speaking of playing those Bucs, they're sitting at 5-1 comfortably over in the NFC South. Falcons at 3-2. And then the Rams, 5-2. 49ers, Seahawks, they're all kind of looking pretty good out there. Yeah, that would have been cool if Brady played at least one season, one final season with the Raiders. Or went there instead of the Buccaneers. That might have been a good thing as well. Well, since BC is actually, before I put BC back on, or put BC in the background anyway, because I was about to move on to something else. As always, for all you Eagles haters out there, don't talk shit on my Eagles.
Go ahead and tell you. Shut your bitch ass up.
That's what I have to say to you folks. But I told BC I was going to get slightly into political talk here at the end. So that's what I'll do right now. I have some exclusive footage of yesterday's No Kings march. So I wanted to give you guys that and show you the exclusive content that I have from the No Kings protests from yesterday. Oh, shoot. No sound. That makes it not as exciting.
We don't know. When do we want it? Also unclear. Why do we want it? Because it was forwarded to us in an email, so it must be true. Yeah!
What I also want to say about the No Kings is how ridiculous you sound about No Kings, and Trump is not what do you call it? A career politician. No, that goes out to these folks here.
Kings had their queens on the throne. We will pop champagne and raise a toast to all of the queens who are fighting alone. Baby, you're not dancing on your own. Disobey me, then baby, it's off with your head. Gonna change it and make it a world you won't forget.
Why don't you guys start looking at yourselves in the mirror if you feel like there's something wrong with our government or something wrong with this country? Look in the mirror first with these career politicians that are out there who are just threatened by Donald Trump and him coming in and just wanting to clean up our country and make our country great again. As I always say, or he always says,
America great again.
Got to get some of these other people out of office. Donald Trump, he's got what, 2.5, 3 years, 3 short years left to try to do his best and clean it up. Now we got to figure out what we're going to do going forward after that. But, it's the Democrats that want to shut down the government and have people not get paid, and these idiots want to be out on the streets talking all this nonsense. No kings. It didn't work for you as the first protest that you had. It certainly isn't moving the needle for this second time around. Then you get caught. These media outlets get caught showing footage of Trump rallies and claiming it as being the No Kings protest and these large crowds. Get over yourselves. Just sit back, relax, like you do here on this channel. Sit back, relax, put the seatbelt on, strap in, and just get ready for the next 3 years and mind your goddamn businesses. That's all I have to say about that tonight. Bart, I hope I didn't go too far. I just kind of like laid it out a little bit because I thought this No King stuff has been just absolutely ridiculous.
I agree. I didn't even know about it till this weekend. I think they did one here where I live too. It's ridiculous, I think.
We got my buddy Broncos Cards 10 in the house. What's going on, buddy? Proud of your team for coming back and taking the win today. I hope you're enjoying hockey season. Your Winnipeg Jets beat up on my Flyers this week, so I'm not too happy about that. But Paul says Trump's going for 4 more. You know, even though he can't be the president, who's to say he can't be a consultant? Who says he can't be a cabinet member for who does take over? That's still always a possibility. I don't think he'll do it, but because I think he wants just all the power of making decisions. But, you know, he could still be there to some capacity, I think. Paul says that's the only thing he agrees with me on. He doesn't really agree with me on anything else. Oh gosh! So what do you got going on, Bart? Anything interesting coming up?
No, I got a lot of videos I need to upload, and I've been lazy. Got 4 or 5, maybe 6 videos. I just need to sit down and do it, but I'll get some up. I guess as far as, like I said, I'm doing mainly singles right now, focusing on that, but I will be ripping some update. And I think Doogie said earlier that he heard that update was pushed back. It was supposed to release on the 29th of October. I hadn't heard that, but doesn't surprise me. So be looking forward to that. Been getting some TTMs in. I've got some pretty cool ones. I'll be doing some of those videos. So just the normal stuff. Just gotta, sometimes you get burnt out. It's fun, but when it becomes more like a task or a job, then, you kind of get burned out a little bit, but it's all good. I like doing this, right here. This is the best thing about, YouTube is community and talking whatever you want to talk about, sports or just what's going on or pee breaks, whatever you want to talk about. So that's what I like. The other stuff is just fluff, really. Unless you want to be YouTube famous, which I'll never be YouTube famous, and I'm not. This right here is what I like. Is talking sports, having fun, hanging out, good times, the best times.
Yeah, the best times. Definitely got a quote on there.
Little fine picks.
Saturdays have been absolutely incredible. Sundays have been excellent, especially moving on to this format of StreamYard and having you on. I believe this is like your 3rd or 4th time at this point, so it's been a blast for that. I watched a video today from our friend Justin at Three Good Nerds, kind of going and talking about has he hit his YouTube hobby goals?
Right.
And it kind of got me just thinking a little bit. Am I hitting my goals? Am I doing the things that I want to do? And you're right, you do get burned out. I guess it's been a good thing that there hasn't been new product recently for me to open. Has given me a chance to kind of sit back and recharge a little bit and just concentrate on the live streams that we do on Saturday and Sunday. Man, I'm itching. I want the product. I want this Upper Deck hockey in my hands. I want update in my hands when you losers send me my product for me to open. I want this Topps basketball. Like, I want these things so I can open it. You know, I'm in a situation, and I won't dwell on it, but like, I was near your tier to grow on the channel and hit the 4,000 watch hours. I hit a wall at 3,600. I'm down at like 3,200 now. That's because I'm not doing these other things. But you know, I reflect on watching Justin's video today and say, am I doing enough? Absolutely not. It's been more than a month since I've ripped on the channel. I might post 2 or 3 shorts a week instead of multiple ones on a daily basis. Just not doing the things that are conducive to grow and to have a higher channel. I mean, I'm being lazy too. I could, even though I don't have cards to rip, I could show off comics. I could show off the diecast cards that I show off on Saturdays, that I can make a video of it. I could do more taste test stuff. Next Sunday, I'm probably buying, with my sons, we're going to have some more Nanu's hot chicken. And I know those guys like to make fun of me and my blowouts on the Nanu's hot chicken. But why not have a nice video of actually showing the people how incredible it looks, how wonderful it tastes? I could do these things. I just haven't.
Retroholic Gamer says there's too many channels on YouTube. It's a one in a million chance to blow up, and then you may not even keep up. Just enjoy it for what it is. Well said, Retroholic.
Absolutely agree with you. That's why I don't dwell on it too much, but I do bring it up just for the simple fact that I do have goals. Mm-hmm. I don't have a goal to hit 1 million followers. I don't have a goal to even have a video that hits 1 million views. I don't expect these live streams to have 1,000 people sending in it. And I've scrolled. I've done the scroll myself and have seen streams with 1,000 people. I don't expect to ever even hit that, but I do have the goals. I had basically 2 goals: hit 1,000 subs, hit the 4,000 watch hours. And you know, I hit the 1,000 subs long time ago. I was well on my way to hitting the 4,000 watch hours, but that's fallen apart a little bit. But I have to do whatever I can, though, Bart, to not drop below that 3,000 mark. Now that I'm at least hit there and got the first paywall tier, I cannot drop below that. That just cannot happen.
Right. Swag says his goal is to wake up tomorrow. That's a good goal to have, Swag.
I think I made Veronica's mouthwater talking about the yummy hot chicken.
Mm-hmm.
Veronica posts a lot of good stuff herself as well on her channel. She's very, very, very creative. I don't know if I've ever heard Veronica talk about it on her channel or not, but I do wonder if she sells stuff on Etsy, because the stuff that she makes is absolutely beautiful.
That's cool.
All right, just kind of rolling on here.
Sorry, I missed the whole NFL talk, most of it.
No, it wasn't much. Just kind of went over where, and you were right. The Patriots are up.
Yeah.
With, if the and the Bills don't play this week, so
Right. So they're in first place by themselves. They're up half a game, basically. They're
Yep.
one more in the win column. But there's no threat of anybody else in that division. Let me tell you that. 1-6 and 0-7, the worst teams in the NFL. Good Lord.
yeah, that's
Terrible.
crazy. So what do we got? We're talking between those two teams, and even though the Browns are kind of near the bottom, I think they're gonna stack enough wins throughout the year. Even the Raiders will probably kind of stack enough wins. But are the Ravens going to come back? They might have to stay in the bottom. Saints are going to be are horrible as well, and so are the Titans. So you kind of got about 4 or 5 teams that are going to
Yeah, you definitely have
fight.
let's see,
for yours.
1, 2, 3, 4 one-win teams and 1 no-win team. And then you got and then there's a couple of 2-win teams. So, yeah, there's definitely some bottom dwellers there. But Tampa Bay is the only one-loss team. I didn't realize that. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Now, wait a minute. Well, the Packers, but they have 1 tie as well, so I don't count them.
Yeah, and that one loss,
Oh, the
I have
Colts,
to just
too.
remind everybody that the Bucs loss was to the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah. And I forgot to say the Colts. The Colts are a one-loss team, 6-1. Which that's the best record in the entire National Football League. They're the only team that has 6 wins, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. You're not wrong.
Okay.
But the Bucs could be that other team. They are playing the Lions. That's going to be in Detroit.
Oh,
so
yeah.
that's a week-
That's okay. They play tomorrow night. That's right. I know at the beginning of the season they always have 2 games on Monday night, but it seems like every week they have 2 games on Monday night. What's going on with that?
Yeah, I think it's only. I don't know if they just can't figure out where to put them. I think if you have 4 teams on the bye, then it's just 1 game. But since there's only 2 teams on the bye this week, they just put the other 2 teams on Monday night as well.
Okay.
But yeah, it doesn't make sense. All right, Bart, I think we're going to kind of wrap it up here for the live stream.
Okay.
So let me get all the big stuff. Get back. Bart, I had an absolute blast hanging out with you, my friend. I hope you had as good time.
I had an absolute blast.
We have the best chat on this time slot that you'll ever find here on Sunday Fnday. Let's give a thank you to Peyton Dingus, Chiefs Kingdom, Paul's Trading Cards, Jan Flores, Scotty Hogue, Willis Moore, Paul Dave Jr., J to the B, Jared Bolton, my alternate ego, Nicky 2 Times Gaming. We had Justin W. Smith over at Big Sky Entertainment. We had Sith Lordly on the Spine Takes Live channel. We had Robert over there, the commenting collector. We had Yo Dean in the house. We had Justin 3 Good Nerds. Moon over Miami. We had Vince the sports card, ripping teacher. We had Christopher Workstop Food here. We had Brittany. We had Adam from Card Closet. We had Veronica from Christie's Crazy Crafty Life. And I feel like even though I write people's names down, Bart, I might have missed a couple. I'm not sure. But I appreciate each and every one of you coming, hanging out with us on Sunday night. We'll be back here next week, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific time. Also, make sure you're there hanging out with us on Saturday nights at Fine Tickets Live. That's 11 p.m., 8 p.m. Pacific time. Where you find myself, Sith Lordly, Uncanny Swag, Dan Delatorre, Church's Corner on a part-time schedule, special guest BC hanging out with us on occasion as well. I did forget some people. We have Broncos Cards 10 was here, Doogie's Dugout, Zach Sports Cards and Collectibles, Retroholic Gamer. We had that Uncanny Swag hanging out. The troll of all trolls himself. We had Kenyon Smith. That's Mount Side Sports Cards. There's a cool ass Luca on the screen. One finished for earlier for not getting it on the top of the hour. And one last good one to close the show. It's all about Vagana for life, baby. Don't forget to file the once again, thank you for hanging out with me tonight. Y'all have a wonderful
Take care, everyone.